Hello and welcome to my Premier League predictions for 18-19 season. I've waited till the transfer deadline day because I did know it was going to be a very busy day, and it has been. Few teams have made quite a few signings, so it's going to make it really interesting for this season. So, without waiting any longer, let's crack on and do the Premier League predictions tables. And honestly, this is my own opinion, so yeah, put your comments in the comments field below and you tell me what you think, but this is my honest opinion. So, starting off with, we'll start from bottom through to top, and I predict that Cardiff will be in 20th position. One of the teams to come up, but they haven't spent half as much as what the likes of Wolves and Fulham have done, and they needed to strengthen the team. So I don't think Cardiff have strengthened the team enough to stay in the Premier League. Sorry Cardiff fans, but I can see you finishing bottom. When you're looking then to the next 19th, 18th, 17th, 16th, 15th, 14th, this could be a group of about 5 teams. But in my honest opinion, 19th place is going to actually be Huddersfield Town. They did well last year in their first season up, but I think second season syndrome will actually hit them. I don't think they've done enough quality signings to actually stay in the league, I'm afraid. So I'm actually going to put Huddersfield in 19th place. In 18th, this again was going to be another toss-up, but I think I'm actually going to go with Brighton. Another second season syndrome, I'm afraid. Really good manager. Chris Hughton's really good manager. Brought in a few decent signings, but I don't think it's going to be enough again for them either. So I'm afraid I think Brighton, it may be their last year in the Premier League for a while. In 17th place, just staying up, is Mark Hughes' Southampton. They've lost the likes of Tadic. They're bringing a few players in. There is talks at the minute. It's not been confirmed yet that Danny Ings might be coming in from Liverpool, who is actually a Southampton fan. So him and Charlie Austin up front, that might be a nice little partnership. So it might just be enough to keep them in the Premier League. In 16th place, I'm actually going to put in Eddie Howe's Bournemouth. I really do like Bournemouth, the way they set the club up. They're not spending massive, they're not putting themselves into debt. The way they've structured the stadium, the finances, Eddie Howe as the manager, it is absolutely fantastic. I think that is the key to actually staying up this year. Eddie Howe knows his players inside and out. It is a very tiny little squad, so hopefully they don't get many injuries. And if not, I can see them staying 16th. In 15th place, and this is because somebody's above them has got a better manager. So in 15th place, I'm actually going to put Watford. Obviously, we've signed Richarlison off them. People think it's going to be a massive transfer fee. I think he actually might be a really quality signing for us this year. So they've actually obviously lost him. They have brought the likes of Everton old boy Deulofeu back from Barcelona, who they signed on loan last year. He's signed up full-time now. He's full transfer. But I don't think he's going to have enough quality, and that's one of the reasons we let him go. So again, they've not increased their quality in the squad. So I'm afraid Watford, I can see you being 15th. There is talks, people are predicting that they could actually be relegated, and these were one of the teams I could have picked. The Bournemouth, Southampton, Brighton, Huddersfield. It could have gone into any order, but I've put Watford in 15th. One of the reasons is they've brought a signing a really good goalkeeper in Ben Foster, who actually might be a better goalkeeper than what they've previously had, so that might actually work in their favour. One of the other teams I was thinking about putting in the relegation positions, but actually their manager is going to keep them out there, and that is Newcastle. I'm actually going to put them in the 15th place, and that is literally just because of Benitez. If Rafa wasn't there, I could see Newcastle going down, but what he managed to do with that group of players last year was absolutely fantastic, and I really do feel sorry for Newcastle fans, because your owner is absolutely atrocious. He has not backed Rafa one bit, even after the season he had last year. And it's just not on. He's just about making profit all the time. And I do know he wants to sell the club. So the sooner he goes, the better for Newcastle fans. I'm really sorry, but I can see you finishing 14th place. Hopefully you do not get relegated. In 13th place, I've actually put in Crystal Palace. They did have a great second half of the season last year when Roy Hodgson come in and steadied the ship, because they did look like they were going to get relegated. He did an absolutely fantastic job. But I can see them finishing in 13th place. They've not strengthened enough. They have got the likes of Max Meyer coming in on a free transfer, which is a fantastic signing. And they've managed to keep out of Wilfried Zaha, but I just don't think they've done enough to start getting higher up what they needed to do. So in 12th place, might be a shock. They had a fantastic season last year and finished 7th, but I can see Burnley finishing 12th this year. And the only reason that is because they've got Europa League. It puts a massive strain on the club, having to play weekends, Thursdays. You could be travelling all the way over Europe. And they have actually only got a small squad again. A bit like Bournemouth, only a small squad, not spending huge amounts of money. So I can see Burnley finishing 12th place. In 11th place, one of the teams who's done absolutely fantastic in the transfer market this year since getting promoted, and it is going to be Fulham. Some of the signings they've made have been really good signings, and the fact they've got a new goalkeeper in today, and they brought the centre back in from Man United today as well. I can't think of his name. I don't want to try and pronounce it and it'd be absolutely wrong, but I think they're going to be nice little signings for them. Obviously, they've got the other players which done really well last year. So I can see them having a really good season and actually being in 11th place. In 10th place, I'm actually going to put Leicester. They have managed to keep hold of Harry Maguire, which I think is absolutely fantastic for them. He's not gone to Man United. It's just strengthens them up. They have got the likes of Vardy in. They did lose the likes of Mahrez, and that's why I can't see them progressing higher than what I've put them in 10th place. You never know if Fulham could actually beat them to 10th place. But we'll see what happens with Leicester. See who actually provides the assists, because obviously Mahrez and Vardy had a fantastic partnership. Mahrez knew exactly where Vardy's runs were, and they scored a lot of goals for the last 2, 3, 4 years with them two. And now the fact Mahrez has gone to Man City, it's going to be really difficult for them. So in 9th place, this team has had one of the best transfer windows. They have got a really fantastic manager. They got promoted last year with one of the most points in the Championship. Wolves are going to finish 9th. Again, anybody from 9 up to 6th, I could have put in any order. I really did. Depending on how they set the stall up and how they start the season, you never know. Wolves could actually be pushing for one of them European places. It's frightening what could happen to them compared with how they finished last year, and the fact that they just can keep going and going and going. They've got a really good manager, they've got really good owners, they've got a really good structure of that club, and it could be interesting. So in 8th place, I've actually put West Ham United. They again, Pellegrini's come in, he's made some phenomenal signings for them, just what they needed compared to what they had last year. Will Jack Wilshere work in West Ham? We'll wait and see. But some of them other signings, Philippe Anderson's coming in from Lazio. We've had Sanchez come in again today. We've had Perez come in from Arsenal. Nice little team players. And if Pellegrini can get on going, you never know what could actually happen at West Ham. So watch this space. In 7th place, it is difficult for me to put this team in 7th place, but I think it's a season too soon now for Michael Brands and Silva. So I've actually put Everton in 7th. We've made an absolutely fantastic transfer window. Marcel Brands came in and said he needed to get rid of the deadwood. He needed to ship some of the older players out and then start looking at our squad. And he's done that with, it looks like, maybe 4 signings on the last transfer window. So we've had in Yari Mina today. We've brought in another Brazilian for Everton in Bernard. We've had Gomez come in. If he can produce his performance he had at Valencia, not really quite the ones he had at Barcelona, but the ones at Valencia could be a really good signing. And then there is talks at the moment, like I say, I'm recording this video, so I don't know what's actually happened, but it could be Kurt Zouma as well, so that could be a new partnership at centre-back with Mina, who got fantastic for Cumbria in the World Cup, and Zouma at centre-backs. Could be a really interesting season. Can we push on? You never know. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we could actually push on now. And with these signings, we could actually be pushing, dare I say it, 4th place, why not? Compared with who's in front of us. In 6th place, I've actually put Chelsea. Obviously, Coutinho's gone today. Courtois, what we're playing at. So, in 6th place, I've actually put Chelsea. Obviously, Courtois has gone to Real Madrid yesterday, and they've had to go and spend 70 million on a new goalkeeper. Is he as good as Courtois? We'll wait and see, but I can't see it. Courtois was a really good goalkeeper in the Premier League. Have they strengthened enough compared with what they had last year? Is Sarri going to be able to get his team going how he did with the Napoli team? We'll wait and see. You never know. Again, this could be one of the teams wants to slip further down below Everton, West Ham, Wolves. They did it a few years ago, finished 10th under Mourinho. It could be a really difficult time for Chelsea, but I'll say 6th for the time being. In 5th place, I'm actually going to put Spurs. They've not signed anybody, but that's because they've got a good team already and they have not sold anybody. They've managed to keep out of Toby Alderweireld. They've managed to keep out of Toby. I won't even try and say his last name, which is good because Man United were after him, but they've managed to keep hold of him. So that's really good. The fact that they've not really brought anybody to strengthen could be a bit dodgy, but is that because of the stadium they're in the build? And obviously their finances are a bit tight at the moment. So again, these could be another team that actually slips down below the teams buying players. So they could have been in the top 4 team, or they could actually drop below the 7th. Who knows what's going to happen this year? So in 4th place, that means one and only Arsenal in 4th place. New manager in. What is in store for Arsenal? It looks fantastic at the minute. What they've been crying out for the last 3 years is a central defensive midfielder, centre-backs and goalkeepers. First thing he does, he strengthens in these positions. So they again could be pushing higher up. I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal push higher up. You've got the likes of Lacazette, who's playing he's playing that central role now. He's playing the striker role in pre-season. They've got Aubameyang playing more on the left, but again he's scoring quite a lot of goals. It must be interesting for the Arsenal fans. They must be happy. They could have a fantastic season this year. But I am actually going to put them in the 4th place. So that means I've got a top 3. The top 3, again, that could be another 3-way event. We have got Man City, we've got Man United, and then we have got Liverpool. In 3rd place though, just because they haven't strengthened enough, but they have got the Mourinho effect. He has been moaning quite a bit, but Man United in 3rd place. He's moaning they've not made signings, they've not had the players out there, but he always seems to pull it out the bag. They are very defensive, so they're not going to concede many goals, but they still have got a really good nucleus of players. So I am going to put Man United in 3rd place. So, top 2. Who can we predict? Is it going to be Liverpool? Is it going to be Man City? Is it going to be the likes of Salah having another fantastic season? The fact that Fabinho's come in. The fact that Keita's come in from the German league. They've got some fantastic players already. What is going to happen? Or is it going to be the likes of Pep's Man City? Free scoring last year. Free scoring over 100 goals. They've even strengthened with the likes of Mahrez. How do you predict who's going to finish 1st and 2nd? But I have made my decision. And actually, I am going to put in Liverpool 2nd. It could be a really interesting season for Liverpool. The fact that they've brought in Alisson in goal. Like I said, they've already brought in Fabinho. They've got Salah up front already. Can Salah produce? I think that the main question is, can Salah produce it again for the 2nd season? Obviously, they've brought again somebody I wanted Everton to sign was Shaqiri. We've already seen him score pre-season with that overhead kick. So they could push on. If you think they were 90 minutes away from winning Champions League and they've gone and strengthened again. It's bad for an Everton fan to be saying it though, but they are going to push Man City all the way. But I still think Man City have got too much strength in depth. If you just look at their team, they could put in totally different team every single week. It's just absolutely fantastic. The way Pep's got them playing as well, free scoring, it's unreal. And the likes of Mahrez coming in, he's not going to be a starter by any means, I think. I think he's going to be more of a bench player, but he's there. So that is my prediction for the Premier League season. I hope it's going to be a really interesting season ahead. Obviously, people aren't going to agree with me. So whatever your decisions are, put them in the comments below. If you haven't liked the video, don't forget, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. This is my first of 2 videos I'm filming today. Next one will be my weekend Premier League predictions. If you do want them to come back as well, put it in the comment below, because I did start it off last year, then I stopped doing it because people weren't commenting, and I don't know if people still wanted me to do it. But if you want me to do my weekend predictions on a Friday like I was doing, I'll quite happily do that as well. So I will record this one either shortly or first thing tomorrow. But I will be getting another video out to you, so that'll be 2 videos in 2 days. We're going to start putting more into the YouTube channel. So just let me know if you're enjoying it. Thank you and peace out.